What's up, tribe? How's it going? So I wanted to shoot a quick video on how to design your meal plan. So last week or this weekend, you would have gotten the starter guide. And in that starter guide, you got two papers, the meal template, the build-up day and the lean-down day. Now, these templates explain the types of meals that you should be eating throughout your day. So on a lean-down day, is a lower carb meal. On those days, you're doing less exercise, less activity. You're probably sitting on at your desk most of the day, but you're not going to be as active. Point is, right? On the build-up days, that's the days that you have your carbs. You have your carbs after a workout. Remember that the three best time to have your carbs are early in the morning, before a workout, but the best time is after a workout, and that's what a build-up day is. So the meals in that template include the carb in it. So hopefully you took a look at those and you kind of start getting an idea of how to design your meal plans. If you haven't done it just yet, I had to do mine because this weekend we went out of town and I didn't get a chance to do my meals for this upcoming week. So I figured it'd be a perfect time for me to actually record the process of doing it as well. So here we go, designing meal plans. All right, now I do it pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I figured that's how you guys would want to do it too, as easy as possible. You know, when it comes to designing meal plans, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be hard. You just have to know really what you like. And that's why I prefer that you design your own meal plans as opposed to me telling you what to eat, because I don't know what you like to eat. So in order for you to pick your foods, I gave you a big food list right here. All right, so it has plenty of options, lots of foods that are good quality, high nutrient foods that are going to be good for you. All right, for any type of results, whether it be gaining weight, losing weight, building muscle, whatever it is that you're looking to do, which most of us are looking to build muscle and lose weight and tone up. So if you choose the majority of your meals, or if you design the majority of meals from this list, all right, you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. All right, you'll see great results with it. All right, but the great thing is that these foods are foods that you can continue eating, again, hopefully for forever, for the rest of your life, right? Now here's the thing. Another thing when you design your meal plans, first is just getting the main ingredients down on paper, getting an understanding of what the main ingredients are going to be for your meal, and then you can start thinking about how you're going to cook them. What are the kind of add-ons you're gonna put into it, like what kind of spices, what kind of seasonings, what kind of things like that. All right, you don't have to worry about all of that just yet. All right, so when you design a meal plan, it might look plain and simple on paper, but the more you do it, the more creative you're gonna get with actually making your meals. All right, so right now the important thing is getting the main ingredients of your meals down. Okay, and that's what we're gonna do. So simple way of doing it. Now I recommend you have about 3 or 4 meals that you can alternate through for the week. Now personally, I can eat the same meals for a good solid 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then you got to change them up a little bit. So today I'm just going to design 3 meals that I'm going to alternate throughout my days. I'll probably add another one, a 4th one down later on this week or early next week. But for now, again, it's important to just start getting something down on paper so that you can start building off of that. Okay, so the way I have it set up here, number 1, my protein option right there. All right, meal number one, protein, vegetable, fat, protein, vegetable, fat, protein, vegetable, fat. Now you're probably asking, what about carbs? Aren't you gonna eat carbs? Well, I'll get to that after I design my meals. All right, so first let's get down 3 meals. Now for meal number 1, protein. Meal number 1, obviously usually breakfast. Now when I think about breakfast, my go-to breakfast is eggs and vegetables. It could be in an omelet. It could be in like the egg muffin cups that Elisa makes sometimes. But I usually make it just kind of as an omelet. So the protein for number 1 is going to be eggs, whole eggs, and egg whites. Now, how big serving? Right now, just because I've done this before and I know the serving sizes for myself, I usually eat 2 whole eggs and then two or three egg whites. All right, so 2 whole eggs, 2 or 3 egg whites. And again, that's just for me. But remember, your portion sizes, if you were to make your eggs, make your egg omelet, it'd probably be the size of your palm would be 1 serving. So you'd probably have, I don't know, 1, 2 servings depending on what you're doing that day. So probably 2 servings of that. So that's my protein. My vegetable, I love to eat when I make my my veggies. I put peppers. Oops. Onions, peppers, onions. Yes, right. I'll slice and dice up some broccoli in that as well. Peppers, onions, broccoli, spinach, and that's it. Now, how do you know your serving sizes? How do you know your serving sizes when it comes to vegetables? I get asked that a lot, especially when they're chopped, right? So a serving size for a vegetable is the size of your fist. So what you want to do is you want to chop up all your vegetables, right? So in this case, I chopped them up small so that, you know, I don't like big chunks in my omelet. So I chop them up small, and then I kind of pile it together, and then I make 2 piles, put my fist next to it. If they're about the size of my fist, then I know that I'm getting at least 2 serving sizes. All right. And I know for sure I get 2 serving sizes because when I put spinach in it, spinach in the omelet, it's usually about, you know, 1 or 2 handfuls. I'll get 1 or 2 handfuls. I'll chop that up finely also. Because even though it whittles down when you heat it up, it still whittles down into like big pieces, and I like them small. So I'll chop up 1 or 2 handfuls, and I know for sure I'm getting those serving sizes in there. So realistically, I get anywhere between 3 to 4 serving sizes in my egg omelet. Now, the size that I make it, this could be probably 2 servings, but I eat it as 1. Okay, so, and then my fat is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. So that's what I use to make the egg. And that's it. That's my first meal of the day. Egg omelet with a bunch of vegetables and some olive oil. All right. Meal number 2. Now, when I think about meal number 2, this one I usually have obviously around midday. Usually around midday, I really, that's what I usually have, some kind of carb in it also, but it'll be some kind of chicken. Chicken breast, vegetables. If you don't know me or you don't know too much about me just yet, broccoli is my go-to vegetable. Elisa, you know, she tries to switch things up. Sometimes she'll buy asparagus. What else? Sometimes I'll eat green beans. Not too often, but usually broccoli is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All right, and then the fat source. Almonds. I'll eat a handful of almonds with it. Now you might say like, oh, that doesn't go, you know, chicken breast, broccoli, and almonds, that doesn't go. One thing that I want you to remember is one thing that you want to kind of keep in mind is that usually up until now you probably eat for taste. You eat, you know, for the taste of food, which is fine, which is great. You want your food to taste good, or else you're not going to eat it. But another thing that you really want to start kind of wrapping your mind around, and if you've heard this before, is that you want to eat, food is for energy, not just for taste. Food is meant to give you energy. So you want good quality food, whether you think they go or not. Sometimes you might be eating something just for the sake of getting the energy from that food, even if you've never had it as a combination before, like, you know, chicken breast, broccoli, and almonds. And usually the way I eat this, I'll eat chicken breast, broccoli, and then almonds is kind of like on my way out kind of thing. I don't eat it at the same time, but I'll eat it after I'm done with my chicken breast and broccoli. It's kind of like my dessert, so to speak. All right. Meal number 3. When I think about meal number 3, obviously I'm thinking like later on in the day. Our go-to for meal number 3 usually is some kind of salad. It's either shrimp. We shrimp tri-tip. Not chicken too often because usually I'll have that earlier in the day. But, you know, a lot of steak, shrimp, tri-tip, salmon every now and then. Not too often, but every now and then we do have salmon. But usually Usually it is, for the sake of this one, I'm going to put tri-tip because I know for a fact we have tri-tip in the fridge. So tri-tip. And then vegetables, we put spinach, peppers, spinach, peppers, cucumbers. I like tomatoes in mine. I don't know how to spell. Tomatoes, spinach, peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, chopped up broccoli again, slice and dice. And then fats, we'll put like shaped almonds in it. And then obviously the dressing. And that's it. That's it. Those are like the foundation. Those are meal number 1, 2, and 3. So if you start off with 3 meals that you can build off of, that's a great start because you at least have something to start working with. Okay. Again, you can switch these up. You can mix and match. You can add. You can season up however you want. At the end of the day, the foundation, the main ingredients of the meals are what's going to make the biggest difference. Okay. Now, so now that I got my 3 meals down, if I want to make these into into a post-workout meal where it's fine after a workout, like on a build-up day, then adding any carbs to those meals, those previous meals, without having to think about another set of meals, all I do is I add brown rice, quinoa, or some kind of fruit to that specific meal. So brown rice usually, like I said earlier, goes with like my second meal, middle of the day. Quinoa, I like adding that into salads if I'm going to have a salad with some carbs in it. Strawberries also, will put that into now strawberries is so high in carbs. I kind of just have it in here because it's a fruit. But strawberries, whether it be a high carb day or not, we'll usually add them into a salad anyways. Or if I'm like on a Greek yogurt kind of stint, then we'll add strawberries into the Greek yogurt. We're into cherries right now, and then apples are the fruits that we eat. But there it is. That's it. Simple, straightforward. I got 3 meals, right? 3 basic meals, the foundation of, what I'm going to eat throughout the week. If I ever want to, or if I want to make them into like a post-workout meal where carb is needed, then I just add it to that meal. I don't design a whole new meal. All right. So my go-to carbs, again, brown rice, quinoa, and then fruits. And this is, again, for this week or for 2 weeks. Next time when I design another meal or another, week set of meals, it'll probably be completely different. But for now, this is a good start. All right. And then to kind of supplement all this, just on my end, I do have a greens drink in the morning. So if you come to 5:15, usually you see me walking around with the greens drink in here. So I'll have my greens drink. Protein as needed, so I'll have that every once in a while if I really, really need it. And usually it's after a workout. So I'll eat it or I'll drink it after a workout if I know I'm not going to have a meal for a good while after that workout. And then I personally, I recommend fish oil. Like I said last time, I use cod liver oil. I forgot the brand of it, but cod liver oil is what I drink. That's it. Those are the supplements that I use. All right. So again, that took me about, I don't know, however long this video is right now. 10, 15 minutes. It would have been less, obviously, because I'm shooting a video. But again, the important thing when designing your meals is just getting that foundation down. It doesn't have to be precise. You don't have to come up with recipes. You don't have to think about how you're going to do them, how you're going to cook them just yet, how you're going to combine them, any of that. Right now, the important thing is just getting a good idea of what you're going to be eating. All right. Now you take these ingredients, make a quick food list, and that's what you take with you to the store to shop. All right. Now, looking at these meals, you might have said, "Oh, those are so simple, so plain." Whatever you might be thinking. All right. But one thing that I want you to remember is that all of this might be out of your comfort zone. Eating differently from what you're currently eating is completely new to you. Right? We're so used to eating foods that are just so packed with a whole bunch of stuff that it's kind of out of this world to think otherwise, right? And that's unfortunate because realistically, this is how we should be eating. This is how we should be eating for energy. This is how we should be eating for a good, healthy lifestyle. So I need you to remember that when you start eating, especially with nutrition, right? Especially with nutrition, because it is harder than keeping up a workout routine. Changing your eating habits is harder. I do think that. It's very, very important. I talked about this last time. Always remember why you're doing this. All right, because when you have that meal in front of you and you prepped it 2 days ago and you probably had it 2 or 3 times already that week, as you're learning the process and as you're learning how to add variety to your diet, it's really, really important to rely on that why and that reason why you're actually changing these habits and why you're making these lifestyle changes, because that's going to really, really encourage you and motivate you and push you along throughout this process. All right, so don't get discouraged, don't get bummed out. It's a process. At the end of the day, let's focus on the process. Don't worry so much on the end result just yet, because if you don't stick to the process, the end result doesn't matter. All right, so right now focus on really, really getting this process down, changing some habits, and making some good, healthy lifestyle changes. All right, so I'll post this video. I'll also post like my final draft for my meal plan. And if you have any questions at any point, please reach out to me. I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys in sessions, and make it a better than good day.